Recording in progress.
Right. Good evening, everyone. Lamai. Firstly, we can say, yes, I want to wish you a very happy new year, Lamai, and very challenging year. Very challenging. Remember, wishes not going to work out if you don't have a proper plan. Okay, Lamai. Right. So just a wish. Okay. So make a plan and work on that. Okay, Lamai. Accept the challenge. It's a challenge. Life is a challenge. Okay. I wish you a very happy new year. Uh, how was the no, Alana Sanuli. Okay, Lamai. Let's start the session. Last part of elasticity. Uh, it is price elasticity of supply. PES. Okay, the Lamai. Is that PES, price elasticity of supply? The last part of elasticity. Right. Dipna, good evening. Can you hear me? How was the Christmas and New Year?
Yes, sir.
Right. Lamai, can you see the screen I'm sharing? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Price elasticity of supply. Any problem, any issue in previous lessons, Lamai? Before I start session? Yes? No? Right. Price elasticity of supply. PES. Now, Lamai, we've done so many elasticities, altogether three, right? Am I correct, Lamai? Three. Price elasticity of demand, price elasticity of, income elasticity of demand, and cross price elasticity of demand. So you have good knowledge, thorough knowledge regarding this price, elasticity, right? How it works, what are the equations? Okay, the Lamai. What is the basic, the point? How to derive equations and what does it measure? Elasticity, right? So you have already learned the basic points, Lamai, right? Price elasticity of supply. So not I'm not going to explain you know, the knock and corner, okay, as we have done so many parts in elasticity, right? Okay, price elasticity of supply, abbreviation is PES. There's a standard abbreviation for price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply, right? Yes, Lamai, as we have learned, price elasticity of supply also measures something, measures something numerically, right? It's mathematical, concept. Elasticity means a mathematical concept. So it measures something, right? We know in elasticity lesson, Lamai, we measure responsiveness of responsive, or we can say proportionate change in dependent variable. Proportionate change in dependent variable. Dependent variable to percentage or proportionate change in independent variable. Independent variable. Okay, Lamai. Elasticity measures proportionate change. It always talks about proportionate. Okay, the Lamai. Percentage change, not the absolute change. Okay, the Lamai. Right. So it measures responsiveness of dependent variable to a change in independent variable. Today, our lesson is Lamai, price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply measures the responsiveness of quantity supplied, Lamai. The responsiveness or proportionate change, or we can say percentage change or responsiveness of quantity supplied. Okay, the Lamai. To a change in price of the product itself. Right? Example, we know Lamai, this point. Quantity supply depends on, right? Depends on what are the, can you remember the determinants of supply? Kalana? Kalana, what are the determinants of supply? Yes.
Cost of production.
First one. First one. First one. Sanuli? Sanuli, are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is the first determinants of supply we discussed, Lamai?
Price of the concerned
Price
good.
of the concerned good. Very good. Price of the concerned good. Price of the concerned good. That's called PX. Yes, first one is price of the concerned good, PX. Then we can say, Lamai, prices of related goods. Here, related good means not the prices of substitute goods and complementary goods, as we have discussed in demand, Lamai. PY is a different one, right? Prices of related good, yes, but it's not prices of substitutes and complementary. Okay, the Lamai? Right. Then as Kalana said, cost of production, number of sellers, what else, Lamai? Future price expectation, right? So many factors affecting QS. Okay, the Lamai. So here QS is independent variable because QS is QS depends on other factors. In other words, Lamai, QS quantity demand, quantity supply, the number of units that sellers are willing to produce or sell depends on these factors, Lamai. In other words, simple terms, we can say QS quantity supplied is changed by other factors, the determinants of supply, right? Price elasticity of supply measures, Lamai, the responsiveness of quantity supplied, the responsiveness or proportionate change in quantity supplied to change what, Lamai? Price of the product itself. We know there's a relationship between these two variables, Lamai. We have already discussed that point. What is the relationship? When price goes up, producers are willing and able to supply more units, right? When price goes down, producers are willing to supply less of this good as profitability goes down. Okay, Lamai. So yes, we've already learned the relationship between these two. What is a relationship? Positive. Yes, there's a positive relationship between these two variables. This is independent, this is dependent variable, while other factors remain constant. Okay, Lamai. We know, we have learned the relationship between these two, but in this lesson, Lamai, we are going to analyze, right? We are going to analyze this relationship in detail, Lamai. You get the point? In detail, right? So price elasticity of supply means, Dipna, it measures the responsiveness of or proportionate change of quantity supplied to change in price, while other factors, what are the other factors, Ramai? Price of related goods, in prices of inputs, number of sellers, all we assume all remain constant. Okay, the Ramai. This is called PES, right? Shall we write down the definition, Lamai? Price elasticity of supply. Put a star mark and write down. Price elasticity of supply. Put a star mark and write down. Price elasticity of supply. Write down. It measures it measures the responsiveness of quantity supplied to a change in Lamai, independent variable. What is the independent variable? Under consideration, price of the concerned good. So to a change in a price of the concerned good. While other determinants of supply, other determinants of supply remains unchanged. Okay, the Lamai. This is the the definition of price elasticity of demand. Lamai, quantity supply mean dependent variable, right? Quantity supply mean dependent variable here, and price of the concerned good is the independent variable. Okay, the Lamai. Right. Any issue, Kalana, Sanuli, Dipna?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. Lamai, write down the original formula. There's, original formula to calculate price elasticity, right? The basic equation. Write down the very basic equation, that's percentage change, quantity supplied divided by percentage change in price. Write down, Lamai. Price elasticity of supply, PES, equals percentage change in quantity supplied, percentage change, okay, Lamai, in quantity supplied divided by percentage change in price. Percentage change in price. Okay, the lamai. It's a long equation. This is a short one, lamai. PES equals percentage change in quantity supplied. PS always, lamai. Remember, it's about percentage change. Not only PS, but also all other elasticity concepts, lamai. Divided by not absolute change, we change lamai, percentage change in price. Okay, the lamai. So this is the basic equation for calculating price elasticity of supply. There's a formula. Next point says lamai, the price elasticity of supply is defined as, yes, this value is called, PS value is called P coefficient of PS. Coefficient, right? The value that equation gives you, right? The value that equation shows you is defined, is said to be what, lamai? Coefficient. Remember the word coefficient. And lamai, remember the final PES value is always positive. Remember, right? PES value always positive. Why, lamai? Because there is a positive relationship between variable. When price increases, lamai, quantity demand, supply also increases. When price decreases, supply also falls, lamai, quantity supplied. So remember, you can see positive relationship, denominator and numerator. So the finally, lamai, the value also should be positive. Okay, the lamai. Right. Write it down and let me know once you're done.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Right.
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay, lamai, calculation. Example number 1. Simple. Example number 1. If price of the 1 unit of potato increases by 15%, quantity supplied of potato rises by 25%, calculate the price elasticity of supply. Okay, Lama, you can use the basic equation that you have just learned, Lama, right? Example number 1. Page number 34. Right. Original, you can use percentage change equation, Lama. PS equals percentage change in quantity supplied divided by percentage change. Lama, here price of potato increases by 15%. Okay, the Lama. And quantity supplied of potato rises by 25%. 25%. Lamai answer is positive. It should be how much, Lamai? 1%, sorry, 1 point.
6.
6 the Lamai? No.
1.66.
1.6. Good. Right. 1.6 dipna, you can say the final, this is called what? Coefficient lamai. What coefficient lamai? Coefficient of price elasticity of supply. Coefficient, it always positive lamai. It must be positive. Okay. But when it comes to, can you remember lamai, when it comes to income elasticity of demand, cross price elasticity of demand, sign can be positive or negative. Okay, the lamai. But here it's positive. Okay, right. Second, this example number 1. Second one, the price of milk falls by 6%, and as a result, quantity supplied decreases by 9%. Calculate PES. Can you use same one, same mean. PES equals percentage change in quantity supplied divided by percentage in price. Sama? Price falls by 6%. So supply also falls lamai by 9%. 9%. Right? So you can see positive sign, sorry, negative sign lamai. Negative divided by negative sign mean the final value should be positive. How much? 1.5. Is it lamai? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Next one, lamai, alternative methods of calculating. Lamai, do we need more time or shall we move into?
No need, sir.
No need. Alana?
No need, sir.
Right. Alternative methods of calculating PES lamai. I'm going to talk about price elasticity of supply and arc point and arc. Simple lamai. Same meaning lamai, right? As we discussed in demand, sorry, price PED, XED, YED. The same theory point applied here. But it's theory point lamai. Point mean if you are given you know, small price change. If price has changed, we can say less than 10% lamai. That price change and quantity change is less than 10%, or it's relatively small, right? We have to use point price elasticity of supply. If percentage change in price is, you know, is relatively large lamai. It's relatively large. Normally it's said to be 10% lamai. If it is more than 10%, we need to use not the point, we need to use arc price elasticity of supply. Arc mean lamai, remember, between 2 points. Point price elasticity mean at PS at particular 1 point given or 1 point on your supply curve. Do you get the point? Arc mean lamai, we consider 2 points taking the average value. Remember, taking the average. Okay, right. That is the difference between arc and what is that? Arc and point price elasticity. Okay, the lamai, write down. There are 2 alternative methods of calculating price elasticity of not demand lamai. It should be supply. Correct it as supply, not demand. Okay, the lamai. Write down first one. What is first one lamai? These are methods of calculating, right? Method, that was same concept, right? Elasticity, the definition or the meaning doesn't change. These are different ways of calculating, right? Different ways of calculating, right? First one, point, point. PES. Second one is lamai, arc. What is that? Arc. PES. different ways of calculating PS. Lama, you can write down the definition as definition has not been given. Write down the definition. Give me 1 minute, Lamai. Write down point price so elasticity of supply. We can say when the price change when the price change and change in quantity supplied, change in QS are considerably small. Lamai normally says 10%, less than 10%, right? Small point PES is calculated. Point PES is calculated. Okay, the Lamai. Right? Remember, within bracket, write down here PES calculated. PES is calculated at specific point, or we can say specific price. Okay, the Lamai. One particular point. Okay, the Lamai. Attention is given to one particular point. Write down the equation also, Lama. Equation, you know the equation. PES equals delta QS over delta P into P over, not QD, Lamai, it's QS. QS. Write down, Lamai, definition of arc price elasticity of supply. Write down. When the changes in price and quantity supplied are considerably large. It is required to use arc PES. Now within bracket write down PES calculated is calculated accumulated between 2 points lamai. Between 2 points. හරිද ළමයි? Two prices කිව්වත් හරි. Right. මොකක්ද equation එක ළමයි? PS equals delta QS over delta P into P1 plus P2 ළමයි. Divided by QS1 plus QS. Okay ද ළමයි? මේක average එකක් ගන්න ළමයි. P1 plus P2 divided by 2. මෙතන ඒක තියෙනවා. අර ඒක cancel වෙලා යනවනේ ළමයි. That's why P1 plus P2 mean between two prices. We are considering two prices here. Average value, right? Here the average value is taken. Average quantity is taken. අර ඔයාලගේ average marks ගන්න මතකද ඉතින් report card එකේ ළමයි. Last teacher දෙනවනේ average value එකක්. So here we are calculating an average value for 2 points, 2 prices and corresponding quantity supplied. Okay, the lamai. Right. Any issue? Kalana, Dipna?
No, sir.
Right, then lamai, we can
Okay.
move to calculation. Example number 1, the following table shows not demand lamai should be supply for a particular product. I want you to calculate PES, not PED. PES at point A, B, and A, B, C, and D, and also lamai PES between point A and B and C and D. Okay, let's do it, lamai. Give a try, lamai. I'll do it. Yes, table given lamai point, price, and QS. Price and QS. A, B, C, and D. $30, 300, 45, it's 400 units. 60, 500, 75, quantity 6. Right. Press point lamai PES at point A. Yes, at point A. Right. How to calculate lamai? At point A. Point price elasticity lamai. So no need to take 2 points, right? I mean, press the equation, right? What is the equation lamai? PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. Okay, the lamai. Delta QS. Take the change lamai. Delta QS, how much? Delta QS equals 100 lamai. Delta P, difference between two price points. How much lamai? Delta P equals 15. Right. Delta QS 100 over delta P 15 into, I'm calculating PES at point A lamai. At point A, Dipna price 30 divided by quantity corresponding quantity supply is 300 units. Okay, the lamai. Simple calculation as you did in O levels. 1, 2, 1, 3. How much lamai? 0.66. Isn't it lamai? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kalana, Deepna?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one, point B. PS at point B. PS at point B. Point B lama, it's one of particular specific points on your supply curve, right? Right. PES equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. Okay, the lamai. Delta QS, that this part doesn't change. Press part lamai. Press part of this equation shows the indicates the slope of the supply curve. Okay, the lamai. So here delta QS 100 lamai, delta P 15 dipna, that part doesn't change the row. This part is the slope of the supply curve, right? Into price. Now I'm calculating PS at point B lamai. At point B price is 45 divided by quantity supply is 1413, 0.75. Okay, Nalamai. Dipna, are you okay with calculation?
Okay, sir.
Okay. You can calculate PS for point C and D also. Same method, Lamai. Press part also does not change. Okay, but second part changes point to point. So final PES value also change. Right? I'm not going to calculate PS for point C and D, Lamai. If you need, let me know. Right. Let's move to arc PS, Lamai. Give me 1 minute, Daru. Lamai, give me few minutes. You can complete arc price elasticity of supply. Right. Okay, Daru. Sanuli, Deepna. Okay, the Buddha. May arc එක හරිද?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Right. Arc price elasticity of supply. Uh, arc. Press lamai between point A and B. Between point A and B. Okay, lamai. Right. PS equals delta QS over delta P into P1 plus P2 lamai over Q1 plus QS1 plus QS2. Okay, lamai. Right. Delta, but this part doesn't change, right? That same. Delta QS 100 slope ne lamai, that in a straight line supply curve lamai, slope doesn't change, remains constant, right? So 100 divided by 15 into, now we are considering two prices lamai between point A and B. So two prices are 30. At point A it's 30, point B it's 45. Okay, the lamai divided by at price 30, quantity supply 300 units plus B 400 units. Array the lamai. Right. Then lamai 100 divided by 15 into 75 ne the lamai. 75 divided by 700. Namada podda answer kiyan 1517 0 point
0 point
plus
0
0.771
point 7.
71, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
71. Okay, the lamai. Then between point B and C lamai. Between point B and C. Same equation lamai. It doesn't change. PS equals delta QS over delta P into P1 plus P2 over QS1 plus QS2. Okay, the lamai. Delta QS 100 lamai. Delta P 15 into P1, sorry, we are calculating price elasticity of supply between B and C lamai. B and C mean two prices there. What are the prices lamai? 45 and 60. We need to add them together. 45 plus 60 divided by two quantities lamai. What are the quantities between B and C lamai? 400 and 500. 400 plus 500 divided by 15 into here lamai 105 divided by 900. Okay, the lamai 1 metan 7 ne the lamai 719. How much lamai? 0 point, help me lamai, hurry up. How much? 0 point
So
lamai.
it only asks C and D. So we didn't calculate.
They are C and D, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, it's okay. Point between C and D. Slope part doesn't change, then this part changes lamai. Sorry. C and D. C and D mean these 2 points lamai. C, D mean what are the two prices under consideration lamai? 60 and 70. Divided by the quantity supplied are 500 and 600. Hundred over 15 into how much am I here? 135 over 1100. 9 ne lamai 9 1 9 over 11 0.8 81 lamai.
Yes, sir.
Okay, kalana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dipna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Test your knowledge. A fruit seller supplies 200 apples when the price is 50. If the price elasticity of supply is 1.5, what will be the new quantity supplied when the price rises to rupees 60? Summarize the question first, Lama. Summarize the question first. ළමයි එක්සෑම් එකේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අර ආක් එකෙන් questions අඩුයි හරිද මං කියන්නේ නෑ කියලා හරිද පටලගන්න එපා ආක් එකෙන් questions තියෙනවා හැබැයි අර ගොඩාක් අපි use කරන්නේ calculations වල ඊට පස්සේ MCQs වල second paper එකේ ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට අහන්නේ අර point equation එකෙන් තමයි questions අරකින් අහනවා නම් අහන්න එයා කියන්නේ කොහොමද දන්නවද ළමයි calculate the price elasticity of demand between these two prices or price range එම කියන්නේ ළමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට apply වෙන්නේ point එක හරිද right page number 37 there are two questions you can summarize the question first page number 34 price quantity supplied and PS when price is 50 rupees lamai quantity supplied 200 apples PS given how much lamai 1.5 when price is 60 rupees what will be the new quantity supplied lamai they ask quantity supply US is the unknown variable you can use point price elasticity right? PES equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. හරිද? delta P ගන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාට ළමයි change එක ගන්න පුළුවන් delta P equals how much ළමයි 10 delta P equals 10 delta QS impossible why we don't know quantity supplied at price 60 unknown okay the lamai so delta QS becomes unknown variable into P50 divided by QS 200 2000 units PS value given lamai how much 1.151 400 1.5 equals delta QS into 1 into 400 mean lamai 400 cross multiplier delta QS you can use any method lamai no limitation equals 1.5 into 400 so delta QS equals 600 okay the lamai this is the change lamai remember right this change 600 means change not the value they ask the new value quantity supplied at price 60 right equation indicates the final this answer sorry the delta QS indicates it change lamai right? Not the final answer. You need to have an adjustment. Here 2000 delta QS is 600. It should be positive value lamai, because when price increases, normally QS increases lamai. So new value should be original value 2000 dipna plus change is 600. Change should be positive change. So the new value should be 2600. Okay, the lamai. The value vega 2006. It means lamai, if price of this product increases to 60 rupees, 2600 units will be supplied. Okay, the lamai. Market supply will increase to 2600. Are you okay with this calculation, lamai? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lipna,
Yes, sir.
Tanuli.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can complete example number 2 as homework, lamai. Same pattern. Next point says price elasticity of supply and the slope of the supply curve. Yes, there's a relationship, lamai. I'm talking about page number 37, last part. Price elasticity of, after the second example, test your knowledge part. Price elasticity of supply and slope of the supply curve. Right, page number 37. Yes, lamai, there's the relationship. It's very simple. Right. Put this is the equation for calculating point price elasticity of supply. PES equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. Okay, the Lamai. So Lamai, there are two parts of this equation, two components of this equation. What are the two components, Lamai? This is press component. This is the second component, Lamai. Right? Press component delta QS over delta P means slope of the supply curve. So instead of press part, press component of this equation, delta QS over delta P, you can substitute B. B means slope of the supply curve straight away. Okay. Instead of this part, you can substitute B. B means slope. Delta Q. Can you remember, lamai? Slope equals delta QS over delta P. හරිද? එතකොට මෙතන මේ part එකටම අපිට දාන්න පුළුවන් B, slope of the supply curve, into P over QS. This part comes as it is, lamai. Get the point? So PS equals equation, write down B, write down in the everything. PS is calculated by delta QS over delta P into P over QS. Then lamai, instead of this part, you can substitute, instead of this part, you can substitute B. So we can say PS equals B into P over S. Write this down in the box given, lamai. This is slope. The slope of the supply curve.
Done, sir.
Done.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Right. Okay, lamai. Then next. Next, page number 38. Give me 1 minute, Marshall. Right, page number 30. Can you see the screen? Lamai have the tube time sharing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
example.
sir.
Yeah, page number, good, thank you. Page number 38. Suppose the supply equation of a particular good. Then lamai වාට supply equation එක තමයි දෙන්නේ. අර delta එහෙම දෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. Clear? Table එකක් නෙමෙයි දෙන්නේ equation. Directly you are given the equation. What is the value of the coefficient of price elasticity of supply at prices 10, 20, 30? At prices කිව්වහම ළමයි point price elasticity. එයා between නෙමෙයි ගන්න. Range එකක් කියන්නේ නෑනේ ළමයි. Clear? So you need to calculate point price elasticity of supply at these given prices. මොනවාද prices ළමයි? 10, 20 and 30. Okay, the lamai. Now the difference between the previous calculation and this calculation is that you are not given a table to calculate delta. Okay, the lamai. But QS given lamai. So here minus 60 mean. Look at the board, Puta. This minus 60 is the intercept. Can you remember lamai? Huh? This is the intercept of supply curve. lamai. Huh? This is the intercept. මතකද ළමයි මෙයාව? A plus BP නේ equation එක. A කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ intercept. මේ plus 12 තමයි ඔයාගේ slope එක. So delta QD QS over delta P should be 12. This is the slope. Okay ද ළමයි? B. Right. Calculate PES at price 10. Okay ළමයි. Let's do it. Right. Example. Now ළමයි supply equation has been given. QS equals minus 60 plus 12p. Okay, the lamai. Put that here. The 12 is the slope. 12 is 12. This is slope. Slope equals lamai delta QS over delta P. Right. First question lamai. Calculate PS at for price 10. PS at rupees 10. Use the equation lamai. PS equals delta QS over delta P into E over QS. මේ තියෙන slope එක ළමයි. Delta QS over delta. Now you no need to calculate delta QS, delta P separately. The value or answer of first part is 12. This is slope. So you can straight away substitute 12. 12 slope of this supply curve instead of delta QD QS over delta P. 12 into. But now you need to calculate price at PS at price 10. So price is 10 rupees, but lama you need to calculate quantity supplied at price 10 as it has not been given. There's no table lama. So you have to calculate QS at price 10 separately as workings lama, right? QS equals minus 60 plus 12p minus 60 plus 12 into price. How much the price, lamai? Now we are calculating price, sorry, PS at price 10. So substitute price 10. Minus 60 plus here 120. Okay, the lamai, 60 units. At price 10 lamai, corresponding quantity supply should be 60 lamai, right? How much the value? Kalana, 120 divided by 60 means 2, right? Plus 2. Am I correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one, lamai. Deepna, calculate. Uda calculate PS for price 20, 30, and 40. No, 20 and 30, and send me a photo. Right. Okay, lamai. Calculate PS at price 20, 30. Send me a photo, lamai. I don't know whether you have
So I
understood.
sent you.
Okay. Lesson or not? I'm just, huh? Okay, good. Suddenly something wrong in second calculation. It's 180, right? Where price, you have put 80, it should be 180. Minus 60 plus 12 into 20, 240. Minus 60 mean not 80, right? It should
Yes,
be
sir.
180. Yeah. Others are okay. On 6300, good. Others are okay, no issue. Correct that mistake. Kalana, 180. Yeah, good. Last one. Thirty-one, 6300, 31, 3. Yes, Buddha. Good, very good. No issue. Then Dipna 1.33. Yes, 1.2. Good, Puta. Wow. You got the lesson. No issue. Right. Okay, Lamai. I'm going to move into page number 39. Very important part of this lesson, Lamai. Categories of PS. Okay, the Lamai. There are 5 categories. No issue. As we have discussed in PED. Can you recall 5 categories, Lamai? What are the 5 categories of PES or whatever? PED. Based on coefficient of PES, Lamai, we can categorize products into 5 categories, Lamai. Can you remember, Lamai? Perfectly inelastic, unitary, elastic, and perfectly elastic, Lamai. Same 5 categories here. Okay. This categorization is done based on PES value. That is called coefficient. The value 1.2, 1 point final value, Lamai. Based on that value, we can categorize, we can classify all products in a market into 5 categories. Okay, write down there are 5 categories. First one, perfectly inelastic supply. Are demand wagemai lamai, right? Right. Write down 5 categories. First one, perfectly inelastic supply. Write down lamai. First one, perfectly inelastic supply. Put this perfectly inelastic supply mean, remember PS value is 0. If you calculate PS value for some products, okay, Lamai, answer is 0. These are called fixed supplies, Lamai. Supplies fixed. I'll explain that. Right? PS 0. Second one, Lamai, no perfectly part. It's gone. Only inelastic supply. Inelastic supply. Inelastic supply means lamai PS value tipna less than 1, 0 0.5, 0 0.6, 0.25. Okay, the lamai. This name is given when PES value less than 1 lamai. Less than 1. හරිද? එහෙනම් less than 1 නම් මොකද්ද product එක ළමයි? අපි කියන්නේ product එක inelastic supply එකක් තියෙන product එක. Clear? මෙයාගේ supply එක inelastic. The product is relatively inelastic ළමයි. Right? Third one, if PES value exactly 1, PES value exactly 1, the product is called what? Unitary. Right? Unitary supply. Unitary supply, or you can say unitary supply. Yes, unitary supply. Here lamai PES value is exactly 1. Yes, plus exactly 1. Fourth category lamai elastic. Okay, the lamai ඔය ගොඩක් agricultural products lamai, vegetable, fruits මේවා යන්නේ inelastic. ඒවට තියෙන coconut inelastic supply. Clear the lamai, right? Second, third, fourth one, elastic supply. Elastic supply, this name is given when PES value is more than 1, 1.5, 2.2, 5 point, whatever. Any value which is more than 1. Clear the lamai? Last one is at the perfectly part, perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic. This name is given when PES value is. Okay, the lamai. PS value is infinite. Are you okay with these 5 categories, lamai? Dipna, Alana, Sanuli?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, good. Yes, okay. Okay, Lamai. Let's have a small example. Right. Yeah, product. There you are given 5 products, Lamai. You can see the screen, the table, page number 39. Put up product A, product A, product A, product A. Lamai, let's say price increases by 10%. Price increases by 10%. Price increases by percentage change in price. Let's say price increases by 10%. Price increases by 10%. Percentage change in quantity supplied. Percentage change in quantity supplied. It's 0. Okay, the Lamai. Though price changes, quantity supply doesn't change. 0%. Okay, the Lamai. Calculate PS value, right? Here you need to calculate PS value. So how much the PS value, Dipna? Here you can use Prust equation. What is your Prust equation, Lamai? Delta QS over delta P. Percentage change in quantity supplied 0% divided by 10%. Kalana, how much the value, Lamai?
0, sir.
0. Very good. Answer is 0. Right? Answer is 0. It's mean Lamai coefficient PS value of product A is 0. Then Dipna, to which category? We have discussed 5 categories. To which category does this product belong?
Perfectly inelastic, sir.
Very good. Very good. Right. Very correct. What is the word, Lamai? What is the category? Perfectly inelastic supply, Lamai. Perfectly inelastic. Okay, the Lamai. Next one, product B. Right? What is a product, Lamai? Product B. Product under consideration is B. So that here, product B, price increases by 10%. Just imagine, price increases by 10%. Always percentage changes given. Here, Lamai, when price increases, first category, Lamai, supply doesn't show any responsiveness. Here, supply shows a little response, Lamai. When price increases, Lamai, supply also increases, but by less than price change. Price quantity supply increases by, let's say, Lamai, 3%. How much? By 3%. Right. Uda, can you calculate PS value? How much PS value? Sanuli?
0.3.
0.3.
0.3. 3% divided by 10%. You can use same original equation. 0.33. Good. Now you can see product B has coefficient value of 0.33. Kalana, to which category does it belong? Less than 1.
Inelastic.
Inelastic. So product B is relatively inelastic product, Lamai, right? Inelastic product. Inelastic supply. Okay, the Lamai. Third one, product C. Product C. Put up product C. For product C, price increases by 10%. Price increases by 10%. When price increases by 10%, lamai, supply has a response now. Supply, quantity supply also increases by same percentage. Okay, the lamai, 10%. Okay, the lamai. 10% divided by 10%. Dipna, how much the value Buddha?
1.
1. 1 mean, I'll say the category. What is the category, Lama? If it is 1, product is said to be 3. Unitary supply. Product D. Next one, product D. For product D, Lama, price increases by 10%. Product D, price increases by 10%. Price increases by 10%. When price increases by 10%, Lamai, as a result, increase in price, Lamai, remember, quantity supply. Suppliers have responded. Okay, the Lamai. Much as possible, it's less than 10%. Assume it's 20%. 20%. By 20%, supply have been increased by suppliers. So how much the PES value now, Dipna? 20% divided by 10%. Answer is
2.
2. 2 mean Lamai, more than 1. More than 1 mean category is Kalana?
Elastic.
Elastic. Okay, the Lamai, elastic. Last one product is D Lamai. Product D here Lamai, price doesn't change. Price doesn't change. Percentage change in price 0%. 0%. Right? No change in price Lamai. But quantity supply changes. Assume Lama, it increases by 5%. Increases by 5%. Increases by 5%. Can you tell me the value of PES Lama? Dipna, how much? 5% divided by 0. Use your calculator. 5%, 5 divided by 0. 5 over 0. How much the value, Puta? Dipna? What is the value? Your calculator will say math error or cannot be divided. Cannot be divided mean value is okay, the Lamai. If it is infinite Lamai, product is called perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic. Clear the Lamai? Sanuli? Dipna? Kalana?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay. These are the 5 categories of PS. Dipna, are you there? Yes, right? Okay, Lamai. We need to discuss one by one. So that take a small break. 2 to 3 minutes and drink some water and refresh yourself and come. Up to 8. Sorry, now 9 o'clock. Take 5 minutes break, Lama. I'm going to discuss 5 categories in detail. Okay, Lama, sorry. Right, Lama, shall we start? Hello.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right. Right, okay, Lamai. Press category. What is the press category, Lamai? Perfectly inelastic. Lamai, perfectly inelastic means, listen carefully. Perfectly inelastic means, though price changes, Lamai. Price of the, we know there is a positive relationship, price and quantity supplied, Lamai. Perfectly inelastic means, perfectly inelastic supply means, Lamai, normally when price increases, Kalana, what happens to quantity supply, Puda?
Increases.
Increases ne Lamai. That's natural and usual. Okay, the Lamai. When price increases, quantity supply also increases. Suppliers try to supply more, expecting more profit, Lamai. When they are getting a higher price, Lamai, they can earn more. So they are motivated and creating enthusiasm to supply more, right? That's natural, and as I told you, it's natural and usual. But there are some exceptional situations now, specific situations. Though price increases or decreases, Lamai, supply doesn't change. These are called fixed supplies, right? Fixed products which have fixed supply. Okay, the Lamai, right? Example, though price increases by 10%, Lamai, normally we expect quantity supply to increase, Lamai, but quantity supply doesn't increase, Lamai. That remains unchanged, zero. This is called fixed or perfectly inelastic. Okay, the Lamai, perfectly inelastic supply. Could I write down the definition? Perfectly inelastic supply. How to define perfectly inelastic supply? Perfectly inelastic supply, write down. Write down, it is a situation where it is the situation where there is no response or there is no responsiveness in quantity supplied to a change in price. To a change in price. To a change in price. Okay, the Lamai, within bracket, write down QS does not change at all. Okay, the Lamai, when price changes. When price changes. Okay, the Lamai. Irresponsive, Lamai. No responsiveness. Okay, the Lamai. This example, can you see the example given? Price point, price and quantity supplied. You can see Dipna price 10, quantity supplied 100 units lamai. Though price increases to 20 lamai, 10 from 10 to 20 mean 100% increase in price, but quantity supply remains unchanged. When price increases to 30 rupees lamai, again quantity supply 100 units. Here lamai, supply doesn't change. Can you make one example lamai? Alana? Dipna Sanuli. It may not be correct, but it's okay.
So can you repeat it again?
Can you make an example for, the products which have fixed supply like this? Though price changes, supply remains unchanged. Lipna? Alana?
Essential goods.
Essential goods. Okay. It's not correct, but I appreciate your answer. Though price increases or decreases, suppliers are not able to change the supply. Do you know that cricket ground in Colombo, R. Premadasa ground, Kettarama? Okay, Damullo, Pallekale cricket ground lama. Cricket is very famous sport in Sri Lanka lama. I don't know whether you're cricket fans or not. Okay, lama. Just think of the pavilion or the ground, the number of seats pavilion lama. Okay, the lama. Assume the cricket board has organized T20 match. Okay, the lama. Okay, price of one ticket is 1,000 rupees. How many seats there? Anyone? Number of seats in the sport ground in ground mean pavilion lamai. How many seats there? Does anyone know? No. 35,000 seats there. How many seats lamai? 35,000. මෙච්චරයි seats තියෙන්නේ. දැන් හිතන්න මේ organizing committee එක decide මේකත් ළමයි මේ products business mean not only coconut rice ළමයි, right? This is also business ළමයි. Hotel, if you take a hotel, okay the ළමයි. Assume it has a fixed supply ළමයි. The number of rooms. Okay the ළමයි. Right, 1,000. The number of seats here quantity supply 35,000. Assume organizing committee has decided to increase the ticket price up to 2,000. Okay the lamai. When price has double lamai, so the profit is going to be double, so they need to increase the supply. They need to expand the quantity supply. Kalana, can they? Can't ne lamai. Price එක 2,000 නෙවෙයි 10,000 වුණත් number of seats 35,000. These are called fixed supply. Fixed. දැන් මොකක් හරි ෆුට්බෝල් එකක් ගන්න ළමයි හොඳ ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකක් ඔය යුරෝප් වල හරි කොහේ හරි දැන් ඒකේ සප් ඒකනේ ළමයි ඒවා එච්චර එක්ස්පෙන්සිව් ටිකට්ස් තේරෙනවද ඒ කියන්නේ කොච්චර ටිකට් එක එක්ස්පෙන්සිව් වුණත් ක්වන්ටිටි සප්ලයි එක ඉන්ක්‍රීස් කරන්න ෆික්ස් සප්ලයි නම්බර් දැන් කණ්ඩලම හොටෙල් එකේ number of rooms ළමයි දැන් මේ මොකද මේ the museums ඉස්කෝලේ ළමයි ගර්ල්ස් ස්කූල් එකක් තියෙන ඒකේ ඔඩිටෝරියම් එක හරිය ගොඩක් අර ඉවෙන්ට්ස් ඕගනයිස් කරන එකක් නේ ළමයි ඒකේ කොච්චරක් කියන්නේ ප්‍රයිස් එක ඉන්ක්‍රීස් කරත් the number of seats in an auditorium do not change ළමයි. You get the point. These are called fixed supply. හරිද ළමයි? Business mean, in marketing it's discussed there are 10 items. There are 10 items, not mistaken. There are 10 items that can be sold. Right? This I'm providing a service. Coconut, rice, these are goods. Okay, the ළමයි. And if you have you ever gone to Kitulgala water rafting? Anyone? No? Dipna? Tanuli?
No, sir.
Photos දැකලා තියෙනවද ළමයි ඔයාලා? නැද්ද? කලන?
කිත්තුල්ගල පාස් කරන ගමන් ෆොටෝස් බල්ල තියෙනවා සර් හරි
ඒකේ මෙන්න මේවා. Kitulgala water rafting. අද මේ images ටික ඔයාලා දැකලා ඇති ළමයි social media. Anuli, Dipna, have you ever seen this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
දැන් මේකත් business එකක් නේ ළමයි. පුතා go there, it's a wonderful adventure opportunity. It's, it's a price also low, relatively it's low. With comparison to price lama, you can have the good experience. This also business. Can you tell me what are they selling? What is the product they are selling to customers? It's not good 100%. It's not service lamai. It's not like teaching and all. Okay, banking or something. No. What are they selling lamai? What are which product is this business selling to customers?
Water rafting experience.
Experience. Remember, experience. People like adventures lamai. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලා අරහෙ ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවද මොකද්ද මේ දැන් මම මේ ළඟදී ගියා day before yesterday I went to Dabulla lamai. Then I saw that Kandalama hotel. Okay, near Kandalama hotel there's a place called like experiences lamai. They're selling experience like adventures like not swimming, I can't remember that the shooting and all lamai. What do you call that using that rifle. I can't remember. There were some events lamai. You get the point. So these are experiences. If we talk about sport event, football matches, cricket, what else lamai, volleyball or whatever, that baseball. Okay, the lamai. They are selling an event lamai. Remember, event. Okay, the lamai. Some people, okay, and businesses selling ideas lamai. Remember, information. That's their business. Okay, the lamai. So hotels, they also products lamai. Remember, not only rice and vegetables. Remember, no, it's totally different. Okay, the lamai. So remember, these products have fixed up. Then Kandalama hotel එකේ ලොකු demand එකක් තියෙන කන්නේ ළමයි. That supply is fixed. I don't know how many rooms there. Fixed. Okay, though price increases or decreases, supply doesn't change. These are called perfectly inelastic supply products. Are you okay? Right. Okay, Lama, I want you to draw the supply curve and calculate PS for given points. Okay, I recommend this Kitulgala water rafting. You have time. It's not expensive, Lama. Package might be between 10,000 to 12,000. Okay, the Lama. You are given lunch, buffet, and other facilities. Tea, okay, the Lama, and also the best experience, Lama. One of best experience that I have ever seen and experienced. And also nice business opportunity. Remember, they use Kalani River as a source. Okay, the Lamai. Everything, all these activities done in Kalani River. Okay, the Lamai. But one, I think 2 or 3 years ago, one person died, Lamai. Okay, he was dead during this activity. So there was a legal case, Lamai, but I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, Lama, it has become good opportunity, right? It has become, lucrative business in Sri, especially for uh, earning foreign exchange, the foreign currency. Okay, Lama, I've seen so many tourist foreigners come and get the experience. Okay, right. Okay, I want you to perfect. I want you to draw the supply curve and calculate PS for point A and A, B, and C. Lama. Hurry up. Let's do it. How is the shape, Lama?
Parallel to vertical column.
Vertical axis. Good.
Ac-
And also, Lama, remember PS value. Kalana, how much puta?
0, sir.
0. Vipna, you got it. Did you? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. PS value 0 and supply curve. That normally you have learned that supply curve is a upward sloping curve. Yes, of course, no issue. But as I told you, this is one of exceptional situations, right? Price US 0, price 10, 20, and 30. Quantity supply 100 fixed. At price 10, quantity supply 100 at price 20, same. 100 at price 30, same. Right? A, B, C. This is your supply curve. Amai, this is supply curve. It's parallel to price axis. Supply curve. No issue. Though it's not down upward sloping curve, it's supply curve. Remember, supply curve can be vertical as well. Okay, the Lama. Right. And PS value, it should be 0, Lama. Example, at point A, if you calculate PS value, PS equals delta QD QS over delta P into P over QS. Should be 0, right? Delta QS, Lama, how much? Change in QS, 0. Divided by change in price, delta P, 10. Into, I'm calculating PED at point A. At point A, price 10, quantity supply 100. So, Lamai, if you, simplify this, answer would be 0. Remember, Lamai, in this category, PS value is 0. And other important point is, Lamai, remember, supply curve is a vertical, right? Okay. Second category, inelastic. Inelastic supply mean Lamai now sub QS shows a little response, but it's less than percentage change in price. Press category Lamai quantity supply doesn't change at all. No in response. Samara minister in Lamai. Maram Arapican no not flexible at all. Okay, the Lamai. Right? No change. Second category, not perfectly inflexible. Up to certain level, it's flexible now. But it's very, with comparison to percentage change in price, it's lower response, Lama. Okay, right. Inelastic supply. Put a star marker right down, Lama. It is a situation where inelastic supply, situation where it is a situation where situation in which percentage change in quantity supplied is less than percentage H change in okay the lamai price of the concern. Okay the lamai. Right. Coefficient is less than 1. Yes. 100%. Coefficient is less than 1. Right. Next one lamai. Point, price, quantity, supply. Please calculate PES for point A, B, C and draw the supply curve on a scale lamai. I want to show something. Right. That point going to be very important lamai. So draw your supply curve on a scale, proper scale, use proper scale, right? And calculate PS. Point, price, quantity, supply. A, B, and C. 10, 20, and 30. Sorry. Yeah. Quantity supply lamai 200 units, 300 units, and 400. First one, curve and drawing the curve. Second one is the calculation. I'll do calculation first. Calculation of PED at point A. At point A, PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS lam. Put delta QS kalana how much? 200, 300. Gap is 100, right? Tipna delta P change in price. Delta QS 100, change in price 10 into, I'm calculating PS at point A. At point A, price is 10, quantity supply 200 units. How much the value lamai? 0.5, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second one, PS at point B. Point B. PES equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. So that this part doesn't change. Delta QS 100, delta P 10 into at point B price 20 and quantity supply 300 units. 213 0.6. Isn't it Lamai? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Right. Then Lamai, next one is the curve. Oh no, there's another point. PS at point C. Right. PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. delta, this part doesn't change lamai, so 100 over 10 into at point C price is 30, quantity supply 400 units lamai, 1314 0.75. Am I correct lamai? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good lamai. Next one, curve. Dipna, the same answers, did you?
Yes.
Okay, right. Next one is the graph. That draw it on a scale. Price, quantity supply 0. Price changes 10 by 10, 10, 20, and 30. Quantity supply 100, 200, 300, 400. At price 10 lamai, quantity supply 200. Is the point. At price 20, quantity supply 300. Price at price 30, quantity supply. So this is a supply curve. Yes. Remember, Lamai, this supply curve has a specific feature, properties. What is a property, Lamai? Point A, B, C. Remember, Lamai, can you extend the supply curve? Extend the supply curve. Remember, Lamai, if you extend your supply curve, it will touch horizontal axis, quantity supply axis at 100 plus 100, Lamai. Remember, inelastic supply curve starts at positive intercept lamai. Clear the? From positive, this is qs axis lamai, qs axis with positive value, positive 200 අර මෙහෙම ඒවා ළමයි q මෙහෙම equations 100 plus 10p. Clear the lamai? These supply, remember, if supply equation has a positive intercept, remember forever, that point is so important. Remember, this supply curve equation has a positive intercept, that supply curve is relatively inelastic. Okay, the lamai, relatively elastic. What does it mean? Quantity supply changes, but relative change or percentage change in quantity supply is less than. Here, lamai. Example here, lamai. Take this 2 points, lamai. When price increases from 10 to 20, price changes by 100%, lamai. From 10 to 20, lamai. This change is 100%, but quantity supply changes by from 200 to 300, lamai, 50%. Okay, the lamai. So this gap is less than this gap. Okay, the lamai. Any doubt? No issue. Sanuli, Kalana, Dipna.
No
Yes,
issues.
sir.
Other important
Yes, sir.
point, remember, this is so important, lamai. Listen to me very carefully. Please focus on what I am explaining. Right? Kalana, can you tell me, Buddha, at point A, how much PES value?
0.5.
0.5. Dipna, at point B, how much PS value?
0.66.
0.66. At point C, PS value, Sanuli.
0.75.
Lamai, when you're moving upward the supply curve, right? When you are moving along the supply curve upward, what happens to PS value? Alana?
Increases.
Increases, right? 0.5, 0.66, 0.75. Remember, Lamai, when moving along the supply curve upward, right? Upward mean, Lamai, sometimes examiner says, when price increases, what happens to PES value in inelastic supply curve? When price increases mean you're going along the supply curve upward, Lamai, right? When moving upward, remember, price, this coefficient value, PS value keeps reducing, keeps going down. I'm sorry, keeps increasing 0 0.5, 0 0.66, 0 0.75. But remember forever, it increases, keep increasing. Yes, 100% correct, but it does not exceed 1. Why? You can calculate PS value for next point, Lamai. Point D, it should be price 40 and quantity supply 500, Lamai. Calculate PS value, okay? You can calculate PS value by taking maybe 1000 points, Lamai, right? But remember, Lamai, yeah, PS value keeps increasing but does not exceed 1, right? Example 0 0.5, next point 0 0.66, third point 0 0.75, next point it would be, these are imaginary values, right? 0 0.8, 0 0.82, 0 0.86 keeps increasing, Lamai, but this value does not exceed 1. If it exceeds 1, what happens, Lamai?
It becomes elastic.
Yes, Lamai. Unitary or elastic, that category changes, Lamai. We are talking about inelastic category. So remember this point. I think I have given you a key point, Lamai. Yes, yeah. Key point. Can you write down this point? In inelastic the supply curve, when moving along the supply curve upward, or when price increases, PS value keeps increasing but does not exceed 1. Clear, the Lamai? Can you write this down? Lamai, this point is tested in your exam last few years. Very common, has become very common question, right? Okay. Key point, write down, Lamai. When moving along the supply curve mean you elastic one, right? Supply curve upward, Lamai. PS value, PS keeps increasing, keeps rising, but it does not exceed 1. Okay, the Lamai. Remember this point. One or more than one, right? If it is one, it belongs to unitary category. If it is more than one, it goes to elastic. Elastic and inelastic. Value should be less than 1. Yeah, it is. Shall we move on, Lamai, or need more time?
Done, sir.
Done,
Done.
Puta, in your graph, please show this information, right? PS at point A 0 0.5, 0 0.66, 0 0.75 keeps increasing. Dipna, are you okay, Puta? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Unitary. Now you can define the unitary category, Lamai. How to define unitary category? Anuli? Sanuli, how to define the unitary supply?
change in quantity supply and change in price equals to 1.
Are equal, same. Which means lamai supply shows the the same, the equal response to change in price. Put a star mark and write down it is the situation. Situation where what percentage change quantity supplied is an price are equal. Okay, the lamai equal. Or in other words, we can say lamai quantity supply show see equal response to change in. Okay, the lamai. Right. I want you to draw the curve and calculate PS lamai. Calculate PS. Forget this economic zone. The box. Calculate PS value lamai and draw the curve. It has some special characteristics.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Daru.
Sir, can you check the values are correct according to unitary elastic supply?
Unitary value. Lamai, give me 1 minute. Sorry, I'm sorry. The values. Sorry. Something wrong. Oh my god. Sorry, Lamai. The value should be. Sorry, San. Value should be Lamai. Unitary Lamai value should be at price 0 lamai supply should be 0. supply should be 0. That's my meaning. When price is 3, we can say supply is, yeah, no issue, 120. When price is 6, my supply should be 240. And when price is 9 rupees, my supply should be supply should Lamai, no need to calculate PS for press point, right? At 0, it's useless. 0, 3, 6, 9. 0, 120, 3, 240, and 36. You can calculate PS value for point A, but it's useless. Lamai. Answer would be infinite. Okay, the Lamai. Forget part first point and PS at point B. Start from B. PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over Q. Delta QS change is 120 divided by change in price 3 rupees into at point B, Lamai, price is 3 divided by quantity supply 120. Okay, the Lamai answer should be 1. Then at point C, PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS. Delta QS, delta P do not change, Lamai. 120 divided by 3 into at point C, Lamai. At point C, price 6, quantity supply 240. Answer should be 1. If you calculate PS value per point D, answer will be 1. Okay, the Lamai. So you can see PS value is always 1. Don't say, sir, at point 0 origin, answer is not 1. No, I forget that it's, it's exceptional point, Lamai. Except that point, in all other points, Lamai, you take 1000 points, all points show the value of 1. Okay, right. Then Lamai, curve. So that this curve should be starting at origin. You draw it properly. Price, quantity supply and 0. Price 3, 6, 9, 12. Quantity supply 120, 240. At price 0, quantity supply also 0. At price 3, quantity supply 120. 6, quantity supply 240. Quantity supply 3. Remember forever, Lamai, this supply curve starts from, okay, the Lamai. So if you see a supply curve starting from origin, remember that supply curve has unitary DES value, unitary supply. Are you okay with this, Lamai? Yes?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Lipna?
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Fourth one. Okay, Lama, elastic. Now you can define, now you know the pattern, how it goes. Yeah, elastic, how to define, Lama? Elastic mean supply or quantity supplied indicates a large percentage change, okay, to change in price. Put a star mark and write down, it is a situation where you no need to define as I'm defining, Lama. You know, you can use your own method, but it should be correct, huh? Especially, Lama, remember when defining any elastic category, whatever elastic, more cross price elastic, whatever, Lama, remember the key point is, Lama, percentage change or proportionate change. Okay, the Lama. Then talk about percentage or proportionate change of both variables. Including the relevant point, Lama. In PS, dependent is QS, independent is price, right? Write down is the situation where percentage in quantity supplied is greater than percentage change in price. Change in price. Okay, the Lama. Example, for an example, price increases by 5%, but supply increases by more than 5, maybe 10, maybe 50. Suppliers are able to increase the supply by large percentage, Lama. That's their ability. We'll discuss how they can increase the supply, Lama, like that. Okay, then Lamai, calculate PS, and here Lamai, give me 1 minute. No, I didn't know where are. No issue, right? Yeah, second point, coefficient of PS supplies more than 1. Yes. Calculate PS value and curve. So that draw the supply curve on the scale. You won't get the correct shape. Point price and quantity. A, B, 8, 12, 100, 100 units. Right, at point A, PS equals delta QS over delta P. Lamai, delta QS. Delta QS equals how much the value? Lamai, 100. Delta P, 4. 100 over 4 into at point A price 10, 100, quantity 100. 2, 1, answer is 2, right? Second one at point B, PS equals delta QS over delta P over QS. Delta QS 100 divided by delta P4, it doesn't change. At point B, Lamai price 12 and quantity 200 units. 1, 3, 1, 2, 0.66. No, something wrong. 3, sorry, 1.5, right?
Yes, sir.
1.5, yes. At points C, PS equals delta QS over delta P over S. Delta QS 100 over delta P4 into price 8 and 100. How much the value, Lamai? Sorry, at point, sorry, I'm sorry. At point C, price 16. Price 16. Price 6 and quantity supply 300 units. So 1, 1, 3. 1.33. You can see Lamai PS value keeps decreasing Lamai. Okay, can you draw the supply curve? P best 0. Price, you can mark it 4 by 4 lamai. 4, 8, 12 and quantity supply, there should be minus side. Minus 100, 0, 100, 100 and 3. At price 8 lamai, demand is 100. Here is the point. At price 12, demand is 100. At price 60, lamai, demand is okay, the lamai. Remember, it goes like this. Remember, lamai, elastic supply curve starts from minus intercept value. Intercept is minus. Okay, the lamai. Here, supply equation should be QS equals minus 100 plus 25p, right? Yes. Minus 100 lamai, remember. Okay, the lamai. Remember these, the informations, details are really important for the next lesson. Okay, the lamai. Taxes, subsidies, price control, policies, lamai. Really important, lamai. Right? Because there is a lesson called tax incidence. Tax burden is distributed among consumers and producers based on PES value and PED value. If you don't know PES and PED with curves, shape of curves, it's very difficult, lamai. Right? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No. And lamai, the important point is at point A, Kalana, how much PES value?
2, sir.
2. Very good. 2. Dipna, at point B, PS value? Dipna, at point B, PS value?
1.33.
1.5. Sanuli, at point C, PS value?
1.33.
1.33. Then what happens, lamai? When you go along, when you move along the supply curve upward, what happens to Kalana? PS value
Decreases.
decreasing, lamai. It keeps reducing, remember. But remember, it does not, okay, the lamai is not less than 1. 1 or less than 1, right? This value does not become 1 or less than 1. Remember, forever it keeps reducing. It's correct. Okay, the lamai. Right. Can you write that down, lamai? That point. PS value, okay, that part. Perfect. No issue. Key point, lamai. Put a star mark and write down, sorry. When moving along the supply curve upward. තමයි ඔක exam එකේ මෙහෙමත් අහනවා, if price decreases what happens to PS value? Okay, the opposite. Along the supply curve upward, PS value, price elasticity, SP value keeps reducing, lamai. Reducing. But does not become 1 or less than 1. Okay, the lamai. Right. Last category. What is the last category, lamai? For that, do we need more time for elastic one?
No, sir.
No. Next one. Perfectly elastic supply. The Starma can write down. For that, the supply curve is so important in next lesson also in grade 13. When we import products from international market, lamai, Sri Lanka is very, very see. Our contribution is insignificant in world market. Example, as a fuel buyer, sugar or whatever, coconut or steel or whatever, we are very small, insignificant buyer in the world market. So normally the that call import, the supply curve of import products is likely to be perfectly elastic. Okay, right. It's another story, but I want to emphasize is this is practical one. Okay, right. Put a star mark and write down. It's a situation where is the situation where quantity supplied changes even the price of the concerned good unchanged. That much of responsiveness, that responsiveness of quantity demand, sorry, quantity supply cannot be even expressed in numbers, lamai. That's why it says infinite. Okay, the lamai, right? Coefficient of price elasticity equals to infinite. Yes. Supply curve is parallel to quantity axis. Quantity mean lamai horizontal. Can you draw the supply curve, lamai, and calculate PES value? PES value. You can see lamai price, same price lamai. Point A, B, same price and quantities 8, 8, 8, 60, 40. Okay, the llama here actually no need to calculate. Now my PS value should be infinite. Delta QS, example at point A llama. Delta P equals P over delta QS. How much llama? 20 divided by delta P. Delta P 0 llama into at price A, sorry, point A, price 8 and quantity supply 6. 20 into 8 mean 160 over 0. Lama, if numerator is 0, answer must be infinite. Remember. Numerator is 0, use your calculator, Lama. Answer must be infinite. Right. If you draw your supply curve, Lama, it should be supply curve which is parallel to horizontal, or we can say quantity axis. Okay, the Puta. Kalana, Dipna.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Lama, we have completed all 5 categories. Lama, you should remember these 5 shapes. Most important one. Right. These are the 5 shapes I just explained. Lama. First one, perfectly inelastic. Lama, how is the shape? Perfectly inelastic. Kalana? Kalana, perfectly inelastic. Shape of the supply curve?
A straight line parallel to the price axis.
Parallel to the price axis like this. Dipna, inelastic. How is supply curve? How is it going, Lama? How do you recognize an inelastic supply curve? Dipna?
Little bit slanted.
What? Your pardon? I didn't hear actually. What did you say, Buddha?
Little bit slanted.
No. There's a special character to recognize inelastic supply curve. What is that? Kalana, Dipna? Sorry, Sanuli?
Supply curve increases but do not exceed 1.
No. Yeah, it's correct. I mean, how do you recognize supply curve, inelastic supply curve instantly within few seconds, right? When you just see the supply curve, you should be able to say, this is perfectly elastic, this is inelastic, this is elastic, this is unitary. How do you recognize that? What is the important character? Yeah, that part is okay, but to say that you have to calculate PES value. How to recognize the inelastic supply curve? Kalana?
It should start from positive
Positive
origin.
intercept, Lamai. That is the basic character, Sanuli. That what you said also correct. Basic character. Remember this point, Lamai. Supply curve starts with positive intercept, Lamai. Dipna, are you okay? Sanuli?
Yes, sir.
remember මෙයාට තියෙන positive intercept එකක් ළමයි. හරිද? මේ vertical sorry horizontal axis එක touch කරන්නේ positive value එකකින් ලා. ඒක තමයි basic point එක. ඔයාලට දැක්ක ගමන් කියන්න පුළුවන්. clear ද ළමයි? මේක මේ inelastic supply curve එකක්. okay ද ළමයි? unitary dipna it's simple. unitary පුතා, how does it begin? dipna, how does it begin ළමයා? how does it behave? aren't you there ළමයි? what are you doing?
From the middle of the graph, from
sorry
the
daru?
zero, from the point zero.
Yeah, origin. That is called origin. Unitary supply curve dipna, it starts from origin here. Price west. Alana elastic. Alana elastic.
It should start from negative intercept.
Yeah, with from negative intercept. Here, if you extend the supply curve, lama, it will touch horizontal axis at negative value. Okay, the lama, here intercept is negative. Okay, the lama, last one is perfectly elastic. Its curve is parallel to price. Are you okay, Lamai? These are the 5 shapes. Dipna?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next one, Lamai, the last part of the shoot. There are 3 types of not demand, it should be supply, Lamai. There are 3 types of supply curves which have constant PES. Which have constant supply, yeah, it should be supply, not demand. Okay, the Lamai, right. Which have constant PES. So out of these 5 categories, there are 3 supply curves which have constant PES everywhere, every point. What are the 3 shapes, Lamai? 3 categories.
Perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, and unitary.
Unitary, very good. Okay, Lamai. But that this supply curve perfectly inelastic. PES value is constant. At how much? 0. Okay. Every point this supply curve PS value is 0, constant, constant at 0. This one, no, Ramai. PS value doesn't remain constant. What happens? Can you remember? PS value changes point to point. It less than 1, but changes, right? One PS value in this point, another point, another value, it changes. So we cannot say inelastic supply curve has constant PS value at every point. No, it's wrong. Next one, unitary, yes, Lamai. At every point, Dipna PS value is 1. PS value is 1, right? If when you calculate PS for any point, Lamai, the answer would be 1. So you can say this category has constant PES. What about this, Alana?
The value changes.
Value changes, Lamai. Remember, right? Value changes, but it keeps reducing. It's another story, but changes. Point to point, PS value changes. So we cannot take this one. Last one, Lamai. It has constant value. Constant value is infinite. Dipna, did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Lamai. Out of 5 categories, there are 3 categories which have constant PS value. Right? On every point. Okay, the Lamai. You can complete this point. Can you complete the table, Lamai? What is the first category? Category, shape of the price supply curve and PES coefficient. Lamai, first one, category. You can say perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic. How the Lamai? Perfectly inelastic, you can draw a, sketch, no need values, Lamai. Shape of the supply curve, it's parallel to which axis, Lamai? Price axis, so vertical. PES value, PS value, PS value equals how much, Lamai? Right. Second category, Lamai, unitary. Unitary category has fixed value. Dipna. Everywhere fixed value. Fix at 1. Okay. That supply curve, this is supply, yeah, S. Second one, Lamai, unitary. Unitary mean, Lamai, supply curve starts from origin, 0, right? Okay. Third one, Lamai, third category is perfectly elastic shape or supply curve is vertical, parallel to, not vertical, sorry, horizontal axis. Okay, the Lamai. This is also supply curve. This is perfectly elastic. Okay, the Lamai. Here PS value, PS equals 1. Last one, Lamai, PS equals infinity. Okay, the Lamai. But this last row is for the explaining shape of the supply curve. Example, first one you can say supply curve is parallel to the vertical axis. Second one, supply curve starts from, or I'm talking about this space, this row. Right? Second one starts from origin. Second one you can say is parallel to the horizontal. Okay, the Lamai. Alana, Dipna, Tanuli.
Okay, sir.
Right. Next point, Lamai. I'll do this part next day because takes time, right? At least 20 minutes to explain elastic. What are the reasons, Lamai, why some products are relatively elastic, why some products are relatively inelastic? Okay, the Lamai. I'll explain this point next day. That's the last part. And Lamai, you can attempt this past paper question. Okay, the Lamai. This is, the way of testing your knowledge in your exam, Lamai. I've discussed all practical, theoretical part. Example, I'll do one more question, 2021, one question. 2021, can you answer this question, Lamai? This is a practical application. Can you answer this question? 2021, this one. What is the answer, Lamai? Alana, Dipna, Sanuli?
First one.
First one. Sanuli?
Sir, still reading.
Dipna?
Still doing so.
Alana, you can attempt other parts as until I discuss the question. 2023, 2017, 2011.
Sir, can you show the question again?
Sorry. Need more time, Sanuli? Dipna?
No, sir.
Buddha, that's no actually no need time. You can answer in few seconds. Why? How? Sanuli? Buddha, here look at question 2021. I'll do it. 2021. Simple. No need calculation, Sanuli. Why? It says QS of product X is QS equals 8P, Lamai. QS equals what? 8P. If I ask you how much the intercept of this equation, Sanuli?
8.
No, intercept. Slope is the 8. Slope 8. Emane Sanuli, QS equals A plus BP. Okay, common stand form එක. තවන values උත් දාමු අපි මේකට දාමු 100 plus 10p. මේ beat මේ pත් එක්ක තියෙන එක තමයි සනුනි b slope. නේ? Okay ද ළමයි? Always b and p are coupled, bundled. Okay ද ළමයි? Right? The value before the p price is the slope. Okay ද ළමයි? The value next to the p is slope. This is slope, Sanuli. Slope. This is intercept. Dipna, can you tell me how much intercept of this equation?
0.
0. Slope is 8. ඔය equation එක මෙහෙම තියෙන්නේ සනුලි. QS equal අපි මෙහෙම ඒවා කතා කරේ 0 plus 8p. කතා මේක ඉතින් අර 0 ඉතින් වැඩක් නෑනේ ළමයි දීලා intercept එක 0 නේ. ඉතින් මෙයා intercept එක දෙන්න නැතුව 8p. QS equals 8p. මේකේ intercept එක නෑ 0. ඒ කියන්නේ positive intercept එකක්වත් negative intercept එකක්වත් නෑ. මොකක්ද ඒකේ idea එක ළමයි? Supply curve starts from origin. Clear ද? Sanuli, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Supply curve starts from origin, lamai. This is supply curve. Supply, Putta, remember this intercept can be positive. Example, positive 100. Or the intercept can be negative or 0. Assume this is 100. This is plus 100, here 0. S1, S2, S3. Can you make equations for these three supply curves respectively? First one, S1 supply curve. Sanuli QS equals මෙයාගේ my intercept එක minus දරු minus 100 plus 10p. මෙයාගේ කොහොමද යන්නේ? S2 supply curve එකේ කොහොමද යන්නේ? QS equals 0. මේ intercept 0 plus 10p. Third එක කොහොමද යන්නේ? S3 equals ළමයි QS equals මේ plus 100 plus 10p. Clear දරු? දැන් මෙයාට තියෙන elastic supply එක elastic minus නම් elastic මෙතන තියෙන unitary මේ ඕන ලියා ගන්න දරුවෝ unitary මෙතන තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද plus නම් intercept එක plus නම් එයාට තියෙන inelastic clearද පුතා the supply curve starts from origin then ps value should be 1 ps value should be 1 unitary answer should be 1 number 1 are you okay yes answer number 1 Dipna Sanuli
Yes, sir.
okay Putab don't I mean look at answers lamai similar answers there first second one 1 but minus supply EPS cannot be minus lamai so answer second answer is wrong then fifth එක තියෙන්නේ 0.1 or කලබලයට පටල ගන්නවා ළමයි ඒක තේරෙනවා ඒ කියන්නේ එයා දන්නවා ළමයි ඔයා කොහොමද ඔයාගේ මයින්ඩ්සෙට් එක ඔයාගේ thinking pattern එක කොහොමද කියලා එයා හොඳට දන්නවා ඒක අර ඔය ආන්සර්ස් තමයි correct answer එක O level වල නම් එහෙම නෑ අර A level වල එයා දාන්නේ අර ළමයිට එයා දන්නවා හොඳටම මේ තැන් වල ළමයි වරදිනවා මේ ආන්සර් එකක් ළමයෙක්ට එන්න පුළුවන් ඉතින් ඒ ආන්සර් එක දානවා එයා හරිද එහෙම ඔය හැම ආන්සර් එකකටම රීසන් එකක් තියෙනවා ළමයි ක්ලියර්ද right you can do other parts as homework lamai okay remember Buddha next Monday sorry my Sunday class I'll be completing not all past papers lama all past papers cannot be completed impossible some selected past papers for elasticity and I'll complete the lesson lamai okay the lamai then now I think here we need to discuss only one point determinants of PES I'll do that on Sunday class and lamai I'll do some past paper questions from that the past paper booklet that I send you lamai okay the lamai I think it's better to complete yourself complete all past paper questions in the booklet okay the lamai take time and do it yourself if you have any doubt watch recordings lamai all recordings I think yeah except one video all recordings are available okay the lamai even after watching recordings if you have a problem or doubt please let me know lamai right please complete these notes and questions everything lamai don't postpone I'll do it tomorrow next month එහෙම නෑ ළමයි time එක clear ළමයි so clear all doubts so I invite all of you to do that past paper booklet question I think all not all most like 90 to 80% past papers are in the booklet take time and do it right don't wait until I discuss the past paper the questions in book do it yourself before next class right okay lamai that's enough today did I send the tube for next lesson lamai yes right lamai are you there hello
No, sir.
no oh sorry I send it for grade 13 batch right I'll send it you can get printouts lamai okay that's enough today thank you for coming Kanuli Alan
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
okay bye
Thank
good
you,
night
Subhanesh.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Record.